JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, gun and ammo found in Majestic Gardens. The police yesterday recovered a 9mm pistol and two 9mm cartridges during an operation in Majestic Gardens, Kingston 11. Lawmen said that about 6:20 p.m., officers were in the area when the premises was searched and the firearm found between a zinc fencing. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. Over in St. Catherine, the police yesterday recovered a 12-gauge shotgun that was hidden in a culvert on Valdez Road, Spanish Town in St. Catherine. According to the constabulary, lawmen were on operation in the area when the weapon containing one cartridge was found. Taxi operator robbed, run over by thieves in Hellshire. A taxi operator has been admitted to hospital after he was robbed of his motor car and then run over by his attackers in Hellshire, Portmore, St. Catherine. It was reported that about 2 p.m. on Monday, the motorist was seen lying on the Sand Hills Vista main road. An alarm was raised. It was then discovered that the injured man had been run over by his attackers. The cabby has been admitted to hospital in a serious condition. Meanwhile, investigators said that his vehicle, a blue Toyota Probox, was recovered in Constant Spring, St. Andrew. About 126 women and girls murdered annually. The police have disclosed that since 2011, an average 126 women and girls have been murdered annually in Jamaica. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitz Bailey, said on Monday that the highest number of murders took place in 2017 when 160 females were killed. DSP Bailey said men were killed by people close to them. Similarly, he said many women and girls are raped by persons close to them. Concerning a recent killing, DCP Bailey said investigators continue to gather evidence against Robert Fowler, who has been charged for the death of 20-year-old Kenneth Jackson in Portmore, St. Catherine. Jackson's body was found last Friday morning in bushes off the Dyke Road in Portmore, St. Catherine. Investigators theorize that she was strangled. Jackson's murder has sparked public outrage and calls for an end to violence against women. Eunice Chambers, the mother of Jackson, explained that the suspect, who worked in the same vicinity as her daughter, had been giving her rides since February. She said he continued to take her to work even after she rejected his advances. Accused killer nabbed, alleged accomplice on the run. One man is on the run and another in police custody following the murder of 29-year-old Kavon Palmer in Ferguson Square, Delacree Park, Kingston 13 in December. Onisi Nelson, a 25-year-old laborer, was yesterday charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition in relation to the killing. The police reported that on Thursday, December 3, 2020, about 9:15 p.m., Palmer was walking in Ferguson Square when he was attacked by Nelson and another man and was shot several times. Palmer was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Nelson was arrested and charged following investigation. The other man is currently being sought by the police. Grange says violence against women is a national security issue. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, says that violence against women and girls is an issue of national security and justice which we must find solutions to. The minister was speaking in the House of Representatives today. Her statement follows the murder of 20-year-old Kenneth Jackson, who went missing last Wednesday. Jackson's body was found at the Portmore Fishing Village in St. Catherine 2 days later. Many of our boys and men develop a toxic masculinity that often defines itself in violence and aggression against women and girls, Grange said in Parliament. Young men who are courteous and gentle with women are often harassed and vilified in favor of those who would push aggression and define their maleness, she added. The minister appealed to members of the music and entertainment fraternity and media whose voices are keenly respected by our boys and young men to join in the campaign to rid our country of this scourge of violence against women and girls. It used to be that one action that would almost always cause aggressive response in men would be to insult or vilify their mothers, daughters, or wives. To the men of Jamaica, I ask, when did this change to the point that so many of our women are now suffering from violence at the hands of our men? Grange questioned. The minister called for collective action across the country. We must find solutions to this scourge among us. It must be all hands on deck. It is an issue of national security and justice, and we must commend and support the actions of law enforcement in this matter. There is evidence that they are responding more rapidly and purposefully, and we encourage them to not relent, Grange said. The minister noted that the police have started responding to calls regarding missing women without waiting for the usual 24 hours to pass. We also encourage them to continue to step in whenever there is a report of domestic conflict that demands attention or intervention. Prevention must also be the preferred approach, she said. Over 300 people caught breaching COVID measures during lockdown, says JCF. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, says more than 300 people were caught in breach of the Disaster Risk Management Act over the past weekend of lockdown. The constabulary said 120 of them were arrested and charged, while more than 200 individuals, including partygoers, have been warned for prosecution. The police said 34 people were arrested for attending illegal parties in Hanover and 21 in St. Andrew. While there was a high level of compliance over the weekend, there are those who continue to be defiant. The JCF uses this medium to thank those who have been compliant and is issuing a warning for those who have it in their intention to defy the orders, the JCF said in a statement today. The constabulary also reminded citizens that its members are authorized to enforce the measures under the Disaster Risk Management Act and make appropriate actions when breaches are detected. The JCF encouraged people who are aware of illegal gatherings or other DRMA breaches to tag them on social media, send a direct message, or contact them via WhatsApp at 876-561-5671. Road fatalities hit 100 mark. Since the start of the year, 100 people have been killed in 95 fatal crashes, according to statistics from the Road Safety Unit, RSU, today. Males continue to account for the majority of road users killed, with 86 deaths for the period. Among the 100 fatalities, 31 were motorcyclists, 23 pedestrians, 8 pedal cyclists, 11 passengers of private motor vehicles, 1 passenger of a commercial motor vehicle, 1 passenger of a public passenger motor vehicle, and 1 pillion passenger. There was also 1 driver of a commercial motor vehicle, 1 driver of a public passenger vehicle, and 22 drivers of private motor vehicles. Director of the Road Safety Unit, Kenute Hare, says road users, particularly motorists, motorcyclists, and pedestrians, should exercise greater care on the roads. We are appealing to drivers to cut their speed and look out for vulnerable road users. Never overtake on a bend or at a junction or unnecessarily. Never drive in a manner that will prove offensive to other road users. In addition, always use their seat belts. Ensure passengers in the vehicle utilize them as well, and children are securely fastened in protective devices, said Hare. He added that despite the impact of COVID-19 and the curfew implemented, it is still worrying as motorcyclists and pedestrians continue to be the road users being killed and need to be extra cautious in the traffic environment. 334 new COVID cases, 1 more death. A 72-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew became Jamaica's latest COVID-19 fatality, as the country recorded 334 new cases of the virus yesterday. The country's death toll now stands at 587, and the total number of confirmed cases at 38,848. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, of the 334 newly reported cases, there were 207 females and 127 males with ages ranging from 22 days to 91 years. The new cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 87, St. James, 31, St. Catherine, 38, Westmoreland, 7, Clarendon, 18, St. Anne, 21, St. Mary, 17, St. Elizabeth, 36, Manchester, 35, Hanover, 5, Portland, 29, Trelawney, 4, and St. Thomas, 6. The country also recorded 140 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 17,474. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.